Good day, good evening, everyone, and welcome to race 2 of the third FAI World Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix final. I'm Antoine Ave, and I'm here today with Benedict. Hello, Benedict.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, everyone. I'm very good. Thank
So
you.
Where are you from, Benedict?
I'm from Germany, from North Rhine-Westphalia.
Okay.
I'm also flying in real life and a very experienced Condor pilot, I would say.
Yeah, you fly a lot on Condor 2, and as I said yesterday, we're looking for new people to try out live commentaries. So Benedict was interested to try it out, so he's with us today to comment this second race of the Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix final. Thank you for being here, Benedict.
Yes, thank you all.
Let's have a look at yesterday's results. We had a crazy race with race 1, the opening race, and the win from Jeroen Jenen from Belgium. It was a really crazy race to follow because he was leading straight after turn point 1. Then at turn point 2, he was still leading, and he got attacked by Arne Martin Göttler and by Norbert Kiss, but they could not manage to pass in front of him and to get the 10 points. So Jeroen Jenen has finished the race in 124 minutes yesterday, 154 kph speed and scoring 10 points. That's the classic SGP scoring. Witold Rosak from Poland second, 1 hour and 25 minutes 12 seconds, and just behind him completing the podium is Nico Bianchi from Argentina, 1 hour 25 minutes and 13 seconds. They were really flying wings to wings, neck to neck, let's say, and Witold made it to get 8 points, and Nico Bianchi got 7 points only. It was only milliseconds in between them. Then the US favorite national champion Davis Chapins with 151.8 kilometers per hour and 6 points. Yuki Kazama, great flying from Japan, 151.8, sorry, very close to Davis Chapins. 5 points. Frank Schwesfeger, 4 points from Germany. Masiec from Poland with 3 points. And then we have Sean Churchill from the UK with 2 points, 151.2. David Redman, 150.6. Same second than Norbert Kiss. It was really a very close finish. We could leave it yesterday and the replay from Norbert Kiss' point of view, thanks to live streaming. So it was really, really nice to follow. Fast race, really fast race. We were expecting the race to be slower than this, but the pilots were very clever. We had a blue thermal area yesterday, and they avoided it. They made a big detour, but it was really worth it because the cloud streets were very, very nice. Honestly, we are working so well, quite low compared to the hills from time to time, but it was working very well. So brilliant flying and brilliant tactics from all the pilots. We are very surprised, but it's a monotype event. In the end, the pilot had the choice between GS3, IS-33, the Ventus 3, and so on, but they picked the GS3, all of them. So we are flying a monotype virtual SGP final now. Congratulations, everyone, for race 1, and let's see what race 2 is giving us today. Let's say let's have a look at the race of the day with the 2D view. So the pilots will start from Slovenia again. It was only in Slovenia yesterday, and we start from a very famous airfield in Slovenia, the base airfield from Condor in Bled. So the city in between the city of Les and the city of Bled, with the famous lake and I think a small church in the middle of the lake. So we are starting in the exactly. Thank you, Jean-David. We are starting with this nice start line. The pilots are waiting on the small hills northeast of the start line. Then we have the start line here in Les Bled, just over at the airfield. Then we go to turn point 1. Sorry, the maximum start altitude is 1,900 meters. 1,900 meters, max speed 170 kph as usual. The first turn point is very close to where we had turn point 2 yesterday at Bowind Church. It's 24 kilometers away. Then we go to turn point 2, Radentine Schudel, 60 kilometers to the north, and we are crossing the border from Slovenia to Austria. So we are resting in Austria, close to Klagenfurt. As you can see, the turn point tree is called Pyramid Kogel, and there are 40 kilometers between turn point 2 and turn point 3, and the turn point 3 is very close to Porskach. I don't know if you can pronounce it better than me, Dominic, maybe. all of those names near in Austria are much better to pronounce for you than for me. So maybe you can say like Villach. Or do you know how to pronounce Villach and Radentine? Maybe
Raden.
Radentine.
Where is it?
No, very close to the turn point 2. Radentine Schudel.
Radentine.
Radentine.
I would say.
Okay.
But I don't know.
And so then we go to Pyramid Kogel, as I said, so 40 kilometers in between those points. And then we go to turn point 4, far away, 86.7 kilometers. And we go from Austria to Slovenia to Italia. So they will go to a very nice weather zone here with those mountains, in the middle of those mountains here in west of Lesblet. The weather is going to be great there. And they will go to Rivoli in Italy. To land in Italy with a small reporting point that is 7 kilometers north of the airfield. The minimum altitude for the finish line is 198 meters, and that's exactly 30 meters above ground level, as usual in SGP, at the runway threshold here. So that's the task of the day. A little bit of Slovenia, a little bit of Austria, and a final glide in Italy. The weather is quite okay, but it's quite weak near Klagenfurt. You will see it. So we are now in Condor 3, soaring simulator, and the pilots are waiting close to the line. They are north of the start line, and they are discovering the area, seeing what's working and not working. We are with Sean Churchill. The pilots still have 2 to 3 minutes to join, and then the race will start 10 minutes after that. So in about 13 minutes from now, the race 2 will start. Very nice cloud streets again, but here the weather is weak compared to yesterday. Yesterday it was moderate thermals, 1,550 meters above ground level for the ceiling, and about 3/8 are cumulus clouds. The wind is very similar to yesterday, 168 degrees, so from the south for 21 kilometers per hour. Wave is similar as well. There are some waves, but they will not impact too much the race today. And we have 2/8 of cirrus clouds throughout the task today. Then when they will race, the pilots will cross after turn point 1, the weather zone 2. It's called the weather zone 2. And those are, this is the weather zone west of Lesblet in the highest mountains. And they will cross the weather zone 2 between turn point 1 and turn point 2, and just before the final glide between turn point 3 and turn point 4. This is going to be much better weather, 2 to 3/8, sorry, of cumulus clouds. 1,700 meters above ground level is the ceiling, and moderate thermal. So that's very similar to yesterday. Very nice cumulus clouds. No overdevelopment, no rain expected today. Still the wind blowing from the south in the weather zone 2, but in the weather zone 1, that is very close to Klagenfurt. So everything around turn point 3, Pyramid Kogel, we expect almost blue sky, 1/8 of cumulus, very tiny, very small cumulus clouds there, and only 1,400 meters of ceiling with weak thermals, and same cirrus clouds as I said. So a fast race, but they will need to slow down from time to time and to accelerate otherwise. Benedict, so we are in live in Condor. The pilots are waiting. They will start in 10 minutes the race. Can you tell us more about maybe your experience in Condor? What's your favorite aircraft? What's your favorite sailplane in Condor and in real life?
Well, I would say in Condor and in real life it's the same. It's the Ventus 3, obvious. But in Condor, the JS3 is in some points a little bit better, but it's not as much.
Okay, interesting. To be honest, I'm very surprised that none of the pilots picked the Ventus 3 for the event, because it's a very, very good sailplane, very good in weak conditions, and I can tell you they will get some weak conditions next to some mountain peaks at some point. Maybe not today, but it might be on another day. So it's going to be interesting to see the GS3 in those weak thermals, weak conditions here, because it's never easy to escape from weak thermals and low ceilings. So it's I'm looking forward to see it, honestly. Do you fly,
Yes.
Benedict? Do you fly competitions on Condor?
I flew the qualifiers for this event.
Okay.
And my what's the word for it? What I saw is that the Ventus is really better in weak conditions. When it's all about climbing, I would take irgendwie 3 to 4 JS3.
Okay.
And the Ventus is way better.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And Mark, till who prepares the task, was not expecting this as well. And I know that at least one task is going to be difficult in the GS3, and we are not going to change this task. So they will maybe struggle, and having the Ventus 3 would have help for at least one of the tasks. Really help, I mean. So we will see. We will see. I'm looking forward to this race. Because it's gonna be funny to watch, honestly. All the 20 GS3s there. But it needs to be a little bit selective. We are at a world final now with the best of the best, so we expect different challenges, and they need to deliver the best, to catch good points every day, and to score as much point as they can for the 5 first races. So just a reminder, we are doing a mini championship first, 5 races. The pilots need to score the maximum number of points in 5 races, and then there is one last race, the 6th race, which is a final one-shot race, and then the score is basically 0 for everyone at the start of the race, and we start it up, and the winner of the last race gets it all and gets the world championship. So, for example, even if Jeroen wins all the races and gets 50 points after the 5 races, if he's 10th place, if he's the last one, or if he outlands on the last race, the final race, then he will be just 10th in the event, and he will not uh, he will not be on the first position. So he will lose a world championship. So it's going to be a very tense, and I think the last race is going to be very impressive, very interesting, very well followed. I'm looking forward to see what are the comments. We made this format not because we really wanted to make it like this, but because it was a requirement, as we said, from the IOC, to have a split and different phases in the qualifiers and during the final event. It's going to be even more difficult if there is an IOC esports in virtual gliding at some point, because they really need to see uh, progressive stages, sorry, during the finals as well. So a cutoff in pilots. So let's say first race 20 pilots, and second race 15, third race 10 pilots, then fourth race, sorry, 5 pilots, and so on. They need to see some progress during the qualifying and during the finals. So that's really specific, and that's why we are testing this event as well. Obviously, it's more dramatic for the pilots and for the public to watch this, uh, because you can really lose it all in just one race, even if, yeah, maybe that's not the best thing to show who is the best pilot at the end of the day, but still, it's a way to organize a contest. So we are 5 minutes away from the race, and the pilots are north of Les Bled, trying out the thermals here, and it looks probably pretty good with the wind blowing from the south, so blowing on the ridges, and they are all waiting around here.
I already saw the real life Grand Prix in Saint-Aubin, and there you can see that no fault is allowed.
Yeah.
The pilots one fault and it's over for for 1 day or even more.
Yeah.
So you have to be really concentrated for everything.
Exactly, but it's as well a good thing for the SGP with this format is that you may lose everything for 1 day, but the next day you may win it all and get back into the championship table and still be able to win the championship. Like everything can happen, even at the last day, the leader can go down and just get 0 points. Even if he's on the 10th place, he gets 0 points. So it's very easy to make the difference or to lose it all, but still you can still make it the next day. So you need really to be focused on every single day and not to miss one if you really want to win the championship at the end of the week. It's very difficult, honestly, very tense for the pilots. And yeah, Nico Bianchi told me today that after yesterday's race and the crazy finish with Vitol Rosak, so Nico ended up on the third place yesterday, third position on the podium. And he told me like his hands were shaking for like the next 20 minutes after the arrival. There was so much adrenaline in the finish for him. It was absolutely crazy. And I think it's the same for everyone. And we said it during the arrival and the finishes yesterday as well. It must be so tense to do it. It was quite flat, the arrival with those trees and so on. So pretty impressive and for sure a lot of adrenaline from the pilots. Hi, Dwinberg. Thanks again for Norbert Kiss for the live streaming from inside his cockpit. Really good to have live commentary while being in the cockpit. Yeah, thank you, Norbert. And we're going to monitor Norbert as well today because we think that he's doing the live streaming again. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We can probably have a quick look if that's the case before the start. Yes, he's live indeed. So you can, if you want to have another screen with Norbert on YouTube, you go on Norbert Kiss on YouTube and you will find this live streaming as well. But we will show you the images from the inside as well during this this live streaming. So thank you all for being here today. It's really nice to have you, and we are just 2 minutes away from the start of race 2. So the pilots are getting in position now for the start. And I got a message from Mark Thiel saying that we need to pronounce lestes. It's too difficult for me, Mark, for Les Bled. I will say Les Bled because let's is difficult for me.
Yeah, I call it Leske.
Leske, you say?
Yeah, Leske Bled. That's what we say in Germany.
Yeah, so I think every country has its way to pronounce something. It's like when you want to pronounce Paris or Parigi for the Italians and Paris for the English. It's just Paris in French, for example. I think it's the same for every town worldwide. Uh, everyone has his way to say it because it's difficult sometimes to say it in the native language. 1 minute
Yes.
before the start, and everyone is getting in position. Arthur Duke is leading this pack, and he will be a little bit early. Probably will make him, yeah, we'll see him make a left turn to come back. So that's a very tense thing to do the start in the Grand Prix. You don't want to collide with anyone, and we are 30 seconds away from the start. Maximum altitude 1,900 meters above mean sea level, so QNH, and maximum speed 170 kilometers per hour in ground speed. let's focus on the start. They are all on the soft part of the track here. 10 seconds before the start. Let's get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The race is on. And Janusz Staff in November is the first one to cross the start line, followed by David Redman, Ryan Wood in Hotel Golf 1, Jeroen Jenen in JJJ, Alpha 33, 330, Richard Foley in Fox Uniform 2, and David Redman is here, just like yesterday, at the start, always doing a very good start. David from Australia. We can see Arthur Duke and Richard Foley above. Ryan Wood is slowing down. Ryan, Janusz Staff as well. So you have different options here. You can either accelerate to try to take the lead, be the first in the first thermals, or you slow down a little bit and you see what are the others doing to try to take the best options afterwards. Davis Chapins in DC1 with Kuba in Kilo Juliet, the Polish pilot. Nice image. And they are all together at the start. You can see the fleet of GS3 here, flying very close to each other, Benedict.
At the qualifier, it was way more chaotic because there were over 30 people on one server.
Yeah, exactly.
My flam was so loud I couldn't hear anything in the phase of start.
Even with 20, I think you can hear the flam quite a lot in the cockpit, and it's not very funny. But yeah, with 40 gliders, that's the maximum we can do to get some safety, but it's really the maximum. We tried with more, with 100, 150, 200 people at the same time on the server. And yeah, it was absolutely amazing. We made that in China some time ago. I think it was maybe two years ago, and because people wanted to try it out as well. But clearly, well, we made bigger start lines, bigger finish lines, and so on. But the start was absolutely crazy. For the footage, it was really nice. For the live streaming, it was really crazy to follow. But
not for the pilots.
yeah, for the pilots, it wasn't easy. But it was still fun. It was still quite fun, honestly.
It was fun every time.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we might do it again, like for one fun event. You know, we try to do some fun events from time to time. And yeah, I can tell you already, we're gonna have another event after this one, really soon. So we have the 4th, 5th, and 6th race in February in 15 days, and then at the end of February, probably another small event, a community event, to discover a new landscape that you will see. And yeah. It's gonna be fun. So the pilots are stopping in the first thermal of the day. Very nice start ending from Janusz Staff from Germany. Trying to see if I have over all the comments. A lot of comments on YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. Yes, go November. And I don't know if you saw that on the screen. Yes. Yeah, November will win today, I think. From Alexander. He's very talented. I've seen that on YouTube. Looking forward to see the rest of the comments. Janusz definitely have some fans and maybe groupies. I want a child from Janusz. I can understand that. A true hero in Germany, for sure, with that start. Understandable. So what do we do, Benedict, when we are in a big thermal with everyone? The first thermal. What do we do when we are in the cockpit now?
So we look out for other gliders so we don't crash. But also in the qualifiers, that was not possible. 40 gliders in one thermal. I think 5 crashed in the first thermal in one race.
Yeah,
it was absolutely crazy.
Yeah. That's a big issue, and as well when those are really very good pilots. They know how to fly. They fly very like daily or almost daily on Condor, so they really know how to fly in virtual or online. They know how to behave. But when you open up the event to a lot of people, like the qualifiers, you don't have the same level of experience in between the pilots. And obviously, among those 40 or 200, for I think we had 200 and so pilots for the European qualifiers in different servers, but still you don't know the level of everyone. And obviously, when they reach a thermal, most of them they don't have a VR headset, so they don't look around, or they don't have a good joystick. They cannot really look around, and we have much more crash or mid-air collision when we have big open events like this to everyone, because they don't have the same level of experience and they don't have the same uh, headset or whatever to be able to fly safely, and they need to train to be able to fly safely. Need to fly, and fly. From Mark Lebuc, incredibly strong fields, obviously, and I think almost any of them could win on any day. One or two mistakes probably ends it for any of them. That's why you said Benedict.
Indeed. Yeah.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Very enthusiastic guys on YouTube. We are on Twitch as well. To follow us. Very nice field. Very nice cumulus clouds as well. The ceiling is not that high, but it's very similar for them compared to yesterday, but the thermals are a little bit weaker compared to yesterday. So you can see the turn point 1 here. So that's interesting. They might go and fly straight towards the turn point, or they might fly, continue to fly straight ahead, reach the mountains, fly below those mountains, climb on top, and then turn towards the turn point 1. We will see. It's going to be interesting.
And that would be my tactic, to fly at the ridge where the nice clouds are, and then go in as a turn point and straight to Austria, to the second and third turn point.
Interesting. I think Sebastian Lopez in Sierra Lima Lima went straight to the turn point, or tried something else. Maybe you can have a look at what Sebastian is doing, because that's obviously a big detour. I would probably do that as well. Go to the ridge. It might be easier. Is he alone? He seems to be alone. I see the pack here. Yes, indeed, he's alone. Thank you, Jean-David. So he went straight to the turn point. He thinks that it's a really big detour to do otherwise. So he's climbing in obviously a weak thermal. There are only weak thermals, but with the ridge and the wind blowing, then the thermals are much better. But obviously, it's as well a good option to try to fly straight to the turn point. It's only 24 kilometers between the start line and the first turn point, so that's a big detour to fly 35 kilometers with the detour included instead of 26. So that's interesting to see this option taken by Santiago from Colombia. And let's get back to the main pack with Arthur Ziuk. Is he the first one, Arthur? Yes, he's the first one. Can we have a look as well behind? So in front of us, we have the ridges. He's just flying below the Cloud Street here. Thank you. And yeah, as you can see, Sebastian Lopez is obviously much closer to the turn point 1, but everyone is here. They are all flying together. Jeroen Jenen in a very good position again. Ryan Wood leading this pack, we can say it. On second place, Ryan at 2,000 meters. Let's say if he's on top. Yeah, he is at the same altitude as the other ones behind. So he's leading the pack for now. Ryan Wood from Canada.
And I would say this group can push way more, because they have the Cloud Street nearly to the turn point, and Sierra Lima can push that much because he doesn't have the clouds and the stronger thermals.
Yeah, I agree with you. Well, the thermals are weaker than yesterday, so that's why probably that they cannot push too much, and they want to stay high, but you have more options being under the slot street because you have more thermals than just going straight in the middle in the blue sky, blue area in the valley. You have less options. You see, it's just taking a 1 meter per second thermal, Sebastiano Lopez. So it's not an easy decision, but it's a decision to take to go to the fastest route. Let's see what's going to happen when we reach turn point 1. Who is going to be the first to reach turn point 1, and at which altitude is he going to do that? We had a really nice view when looking from looking behind the pilots, because we could see them doing the dolphin flights under this cloud street. You can see all the ribbons behind the pilots. They are really close, racing to each other. Frank Schwetzfeger and Oscar Niner in front of him. Sean Churchill right there, and you can see they push, they pull, trying to get the maximum of energy from those mountains to stay high, because then we are going to go to the turn point 2. Turn point 2 is to the northwest, Radentine, and they are going to meet much better conditions there. So yeah, that's Ryan Wood leaving, and I think he's right to leave now. Sebastian Lopez, Santiago Lopez, sorry, in Sierra Lima in this GS3 is going to be the first pilot to cross and to turn the turn point 1 from Colombia. Congratulations, Santiago Lopez. 1,900 meters. Let's keep that in mind when we see the other ones reaching turn point 1. And then he will have some downwind to go to the mountains here. And he will be able to find a good thermal probably. You see 1,900 meters for David Redman as well. So they are at about the same altitude, but David is flying much faster, 230 kilometers per hour. We have Ryan Wood as well, and Arne Martin Guttler. The top 4 is right here. So at the end of the day, it wasn't a bad option then to go in the middle. Benedict.
Yeah. I find that very interesting. I didn't expect it that they will be the same altitude at turn point 1.
Yeah.
But as you can see, they are.
Yeah, and he didn't have a good thermal. He climbed only in about at 1 meter per second or so. So imagine if he had some more luck and climb at 2 meters or 3 meters per second by finding something great, he would have taken the lead very easily with much more time ahead than what he had. So that's very impressive. Indeed, the leg was very short, 24 kilometers.
Yeah, is that that he has a ridge compared a little bit that he doesn't have the big detour, because the others are high but have a bigger detour, and he stayed at the same altitude with less detour.
Mm-hmm. And so the pilots have turned turn point 1, and we're going now to turn point 2, Radentine in Austria, and they are going to reach the very high mountains of Slovenia here. It's going to be interesting, and the weather is going to be much better when they reach the mountains as well. So that's good. They need to keep in mind that they will need to cross those mountains again to go to Italy and to go to the finish line. So they need to remember what will be the conditions, the weather conditions in this mountainous area here that we have. Do we have some more comments? I think we have more comments on YouTube and on Twitch. And we can have a look at the start from the cockpit as well. Let's have a look at a replay from the start while the pilots are reaching the mountains. So we are with Norbert Kiss here. That's a replay from the start. You can see top left of the screen the race in 40 seconds from Norbert, and you can see how dense it is in the sky. He was slightly behind at the start, Norbert, but you will see how he manages his energy using the air brakes. For sure. For sure. Using the air brakes, for sure. And the race starts in, in 10 seconds. I don't have my sunglasses, unfortunately. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's where the race starts for Norbert. You can see him using the air brakes to manage his energy, to manage the speed, because it's max speed of 170 kilometers per hour. And you can see as well the track of the pilots. So they all went to the south to reach the weak thermal, but still a nice cloud street, instead of going straight to the turn point 1. That's very, very interesting. I don't know if you can see Sierra Lima Lima here in this video or not, to see if it decided to go there directly or not, to the turn point, I mean. That was really a big detour. That was very interesting to see. And yeah, indeed, you could see one or two cumulus clouds going to the valley and going to the turn point. So probably Santiago Lopez stopped under one of those clouds first before trying to go to the turn point. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting.
Probably they disappeared when he turned to the less detour route.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well. Like every 20 minutes, the sky kind of refreshes in Condor, and you get new tumulus, or some are dying and whatever. So it's very interesting. So the pilots are not trying to climb; they are not climbing. They are flying through along the ridges here, joining again the valley of Les Bled, which is kind of surprising because the weather is much better in this area. So they are not taking really advantage of the weather yet. Probably they are flying quite fast, and they don't want to stop, or they didn't find something great yet. Can you unzoom a little bit the 2D view so that we can see where we are for the people watching us between turn point 1 and turn point 2, as you can see, and you can clearly see the big detour is here on the 2D map between the start line and turn point 1. That's absolutely crazy what they have done. Look at that. Compared to Sierra Lima Lima in white, you can see him in white. Indeed, he was the only one crossing the start line north of the track, and he went straight ahead and took a small thermal on a small hill, south of the hill, small of the south of the ridge as well. Then flew to the turn point and got back in the air. And you can see now on Condor, Sierra Lima Lima is trying to climb and get on top of those ridges here. So let's have a look in Condor at what Santiago Lopez is doing, because he's doing something very different from the pack as well, again here. So very interesting.
Yes, again, a more direct route to the second turn point, other than the other pilots. But he's also way lower.
He's lower indeed, but as well he's in the good area to find good thermals now. And maybe the other ones are not yet in the good area. Like it can be only a few hundred meters of difference to be in the good area. We have really around here a change in between two weather zones in Condor. Okay, there is a clear change. So Santiago might be at the right position to find the good thermals here as well. The ridge is working quite fine for now, so it's good. For the pack, he will continue along this ridge and he will try to find something. let's have a look at the pack. I see Yuki Kazama in November Golf Sierra, who is leading the pack and is really on top of everyone here at 2,450 meters. Very exciting indeed. Mala, great race so far. Different options, but the main pack is right here. They are really soft of the track to turn point between turn point 1 and turn point 2. And Yuki Kazama is leaving, the Japanese pilot, doing the show. Impressive 5th place yesterday for Yuki. Suspenseful. Wow. Yeah, I agree. Very suspenseful. There are so many comments on YouTube. We will try to show them on the screen, every one of them, but we have a lot of comments to show now. Who do you think will win? Benedict, do you have a prediction for today's race?
Well, that's very difficult. Everything can happen, but I hope it's Oscar 9 because he's German as well.
Okay.
So I have to be for my
compatriots.
Yeah, for my German brother.
Go Germany, go from Slays.
That's my friend.
Thanks for following, guys. Frank Schwetzfeger is right here, and we have Jeroen Jelen now, the winner from yesterday's race, so the leader of the championship now. Go, go, go. Jeroen, come on, Belgium, from Julien. Hello, Julien. Nice to see you again. The other Japanese pilot, Uniform Tango, is stopping. Ukyo. Vamos, Nico. That's for Nico Bianchi in 330. Thank you. And he's stopping in a weak thermal for sure. There is something still. He will need to climb. He will need to climb. Let's get back maybe to Sierra Lima Lima. Okay, he was not able to fly above the mountains. He's at 2,100 meters. So he fall behind, and we are going to the left. The turn point in front of you is turn point 3. It's not turn point 2. And we are going to the left now, where Jan Staff in November is going. And I like what Davis Chapins is doing. DC1 and Richard Frawley as well. In Fox Uniform 2, they are flying a much more direct route. They were able to fly, to climb on top of those mountains and to do some transitions in between those mountains. So that's really nicely done. And they will take advantage of the very good weather in this area as well. So that's good. And Richard is stopping now. Maybe. I thought Dolphin is inefficient. You should only slow down if you expect the lift to last over 10 seconds from soaring engine book. Well, the soaring engine book is wrong. I can tell. The Dolphin, it depends a lot on the sailplane itself, to be honest. On some gliders, you must only slow down a bit, but it's difficult to make it reaccelerate again, and you will lose a lot of energy sometimes by just pulling too quickly. So there are different type of theory on this, I would say, but it's for sure very good to do it usually, especially with the GS3, where you have a lot of water ballast. So your wheel loading is quite high, and when you really pull in a strong thermal, you really get a lot of energy. If you don't pull, you're losing energy for sure. You're losing time. You're losing. You need to do some dolphin climbs from time to time. In some club class glider, it's not good to do it. For example, in the LS4, it's very good to do it, but in the Jantar, it doesn't work that much. In the SZD55, it works well. In the Pegas, it works okay, but there are some gliders that are much better at doing dolphin flights than other gliders. It really depends on how is the glider made, the shape of the wings, and so on. It's very interesting, actually. On the Discus 2, for example, it's not that great. It's better just to slow down when you reach the thermal, and to see if you can get into it, if you like it or not. But it's not really great to do dolphin in the Discus 2. In the Ventus 2, it works much better, for example. So it really depends in the end, I would say. It's a kind of a fulfilling stuff, and as well, all the pilot flies itself. Some fly a lot of dolphin. I like doing dolphin, but some others don't like to do it. So it really depends on your style of flying as well. Some average speed with Yuki Kazama leading the race, the Japanese pilots, with 127 kilometers per hour, and he's quite high, honestly. He's doing a very good job, Yuki. We can talk about him in a few seconds. 1,000, almost 2,000 meters, Yuki Kazama. So that's really great, really impressive from him. Let me find my notes again on Yuki, because he has a very interesting story. We talked about Ukyo yesterday. No, we talked about Yuki. I'm wrong. We talked about Yuki yesterday. We need to talk about Ukyo today in Uniform Tango. So yeah, Yuki was doing the flying in Japan, and some flying in Hawaii as well. And yeah, he managed a really good racing yesterday. Really good race from him yesterday, honestly. 130 kilometers per hour, very impressive. Jeroen at 124 kilometers per hour, second place. Is this real life? From Place again. So we are racing on Condor 3 for the World Virtual Sailplane Grand Prix final here. Can we have a look quickly at the 2D view, please? We are overflying a big city, and I think we reached Austria. We are overflying Austria. So they all need to have their passport, and we need to put the stamp on their passport now. We have Uniform Tango and Hotel Golf 1 that are very close to the border now. The border is in purple here, and you can see the three borders. Actually, border of Slovenia, Austria on top, and Italy to the left, bottom left of the screen. And we cross the city of Villach. City of Villach, Benedict. That's what you see in the middle of the screen.
Villach.
Villach. Okay. Oh, you have a very nice polo. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I bought it last November, I guess.
Nice. Is it good?
Yeah, it's very comfortable.
Nice. Actually, I think I have one, but I need to show it tomorrow. I need to show it tomorrow. That's good. Perfect. Let's so the on the 2D view we have Yuki Kazama November Golf Sierra leading the race, Jeroen Jeden behind, Charlie November behind, Yanestaff November is right here. Fox Uniform 2. Can you unzoom a little bit so that we can see the difference between Yuki Kazama in green and what the others have done? So Yuki went in the middle, as you can see, while Jeroen went to the right, and Richard Froley in Fox Uniform 2 went to the left, and we are Yanestaff even more to the left now. So a unique route taken by Yuki Kazama, and he took a big lead here. Very big lead. And he was, yeah, if you remember, he was on top of the thermal a few minutes ago when he left the group. So he's obviously taking the lead now. And a good option taken by Yanestaff is attacking now. That's from Mala, Oscar Niner for who will win today. I think that's a bet. Go, Oscar Niner. Oscar Niner has to win. Oscar Niner, a lot of fans from Frank Schwetzweger, I can see. Oscar Niner is from my neighbor city. Hope he gets good points today. Thank you for following, Okai. car 9 going to win? Oh, my God,
Oi,
many,
oi, oi.
many good. Oi, 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 oi. Is this a German live streaming or what?
I think it's my fan base. All my friends are watching the stream.
Ah, that's nice. That's nice. German, let's go. I know we have some fans. In the best commentary I ever saw with Benedict, obviously, guys. And
Danke,
Yannis,
Michel.
Yannis is taking a lift here, stopping 4 meters. Hopefully, he will manage to get a very good lift to fight in the lead. Come on, Sean Churchill, obviously in Sierra 19. Go, go, go. And where is Sean right now? 1,600 meters. A little bit low, but with Jeroen Jennen, so he's in a good company, I would say. I was flying I think the second virtual Sailplane Grand Prix final, Sean, and he was a really good competitor during this final. He managed a day win, I think, during the last final, so he can definitely win one of the race. I will go against the stream and say Mike Alpha, Arne Martin Göttler to win. I think, yeah, Arne Martin will want to win. It was in today's article on virtualgliding.fai.org. We have every day on the website an article to recap the race of the day, say what happened. You have the highlights available, highlights of the race available as well, to see what happened during the race. And the question at the end of the article was like, is Arne Martin going to win today's race because he's the reigning virtual SGP champion and he wants probably to keep his crown. So he will be under pressure, but I'm sure he can manage well under pressure. Arne Martin was playing the world final, the real Sailplane Grand Prix final in Saint-Amand as well a few months ago in August. So he's a very, very good pilot in both virtual and real life, just like Jeroen Jennen. So they are really two top favorites for us. 137 kilometers per hour for Yuki, 135, and Ukyo is falling a little bit behind. We could see him struggling a few minutes ago, 112 kilometers per hour. Arne Martin is stopping. He found something. He wants to be higher, and I agree with him. I think it's better to stop in a good one along this ridge and to make it to the top, stay high. And he's not happy. He sees that no one is stopping, so he does not want to let them go. Come on, Canada. Go, Ryan. Ryan Wood in Hotel Golf 1 on the screen with us. And he's stopping where Arne Martin stopped a few seconds ago. He likes it. Around 3 meters per second it was. Maybe it's going to be better for Ryan. You can see it's a very solid climb, but as no one is stopping, I think they're quite afraid to stay in this one. And Yuki Kazama has stopped in front of them. Jeroen Jennen is joining. Sean Churchill as well is joining the climb. So he's in the second or third position. Sean, well done. I tried the task from previous competition and I'm always 15, 20 kilometers slower on the virtual SGP task. So it's crazy fast. Yeah, I agree. But as well, flying alone is not easy. By the way, what you will be able to do next week, we will set up the 3 first tasks here for the next 2 weeks, and everyone will be able to try to beat the champions. So you will try to do your best. You will fly online. We'll set up servers with the first 3 races here, and you will be able to score your flight on Condor.club and make the best pilot win. But you
I
have,
will try.
yeah, you definitely have a few tries available to be able to beat Jeroen yesterday, for example. So I will try it out as well one of the days. I'll tell you guys, maybe we'll do a fun live streaming or whatever just to try it out to see if we can manage to beat someone from the point of view directly. We'll see. It's funny. Yeah, Mark Rebook, I think altitude is more important in table. My prediction is DC1, so Davis Chapins lurks behind, but I then wins. And that's a possibility. Davis is always flying very well. He's with a very good group, Mike Alpha, Charlie November, Sierra 19. And we are approaching step by step turn point 2. Go DC1, go Davis. So turn point 2 here is Radentine. So they flew 60 kilometers between turn point 1 and turn point 2, and then we'll go to turn point 3, Pyramid, Kogel, 40 kilometers away, sorry. For future races, please show a 2D map of the full course with weather zones in the beginning so that we can screen capture and use to follow along. Yeah, sure. By the way, you can see it a little bit on our social medias because we are sharing the task on social medias. So on Instagram and Facebook, you can see it. Let me show you quickly. And you can see the weather zones here. So you go to Instagram. If it works, if it's not too bright. It doesn't.
I think the green screen catches up.
Yeah, but it's not green. Okay, but you can see it. You go on Instagram or Facebook, and you will see the two weather zones where they are, and it's very easy to do. So we've done that. You can see it. But maybe it can be good as well to try to show you. But you cannot see them in Condor. You cannot see them on the 2D view. Sorry. We are reaching turn point 2. Sean Churchill is the second one to reach turn point 2. We had Yuki Kazama to be the first pilot to cross it. Jeroen Jenen third. Norbert Kiss in Charlie November 4th place. Frank Schwetzfeger and Oscar Niner reaching turn point 2 as well. DC1, Mike Alpha, November. Fox Uniform 2, Richard Foley right now, followed by Maciej Cieslak from Poland. Checking in for another Euro Masterclass. Pom. Good evening, Sander. Welcome to the race 2. So the pilot just turned the turn point 2 right now in Austria, and we're going to Pyramid Kogel close to Klagenfurt. Turn point 3, only 40 kilometers away, and then we'll have a long 97 kilometer glide towards Italy and Rivoli.
I guess I have to greet some people soon. Five people asked me some seconds ago.
Okay.
I have to greet Juliet Sierra, Lima Romeo 1, and Echo Lima November. Und danke an Michael.
Welcome to the live streaming, and thanks for being here. Guys, don't hesitate if you have questions as well. Any type of question. It can be about gliding, explanation of gliding, why the pilots are doing something, why do they need to stop to climbing a thermal. I try to explain what was a thermal and why and how you needed and how you could climb, I would say, in the thermal yesterday. Thanks for the comments as well. So yeah, don't hesitate for any question. Yuki Kazama is really leading the pack now at the top of this gaggle. Gaggle is a group of pilots here, and they fly together. It's just like the Tour de France. You any cycling contest, you just fly together when it's a bit difficult, and you try to escape from the gaggle, to escape from the leaders at some point during the race. Good question. How can I afford the GS3? A lot of work, stock options, and sell it when you are old. That's a way for normal people to make it.
And LS4 works also for the first flight.
And for sorry, what did you say first?
And LS4 works also for the first flights.
Oh yeah.
You don't need an JS3 at the beginning.
Exactly. Exactly. Just to know, are there 100 virtual pilots, 100% virtual pilots in this top level race? So no. A lot of them are flying real as well, and we have a real world champion, Jeroen Jennen, JJJ, flying the race. We have Arne Martin Göttler, who was the former, he is the reigning virtual world champion, but he flew the real world final a few months ago, as we said. Norbert Kist is a former Hungarian pilot in real life. Franz Schwetzweger, I think, is flying in real life as well. Janusz Staff too. Nico Bianchi is flying real. David Chapin is flying real. David Redman, I'm not sure. I think so. Uniform Tango, the two Japanese pilots were flying in real life as well before. Santiago Lopez, I think, was flying before. Richard Froley in Fox Uniform 2 was flying the OC Nationals a few days ago. So he's flying, he owns a GS3, for example. Masiej, I have no idea if Masiej is flying in real life. Arthur Duke and Kuba, they are not flying. Well, they started flying in real life, I think, but they were not coming from the real world of gliding, I would say. So yeah, most of them are real glider pilots, and they just race very fast, especially online. So nice answer from Tim Byans. How can you buy? How can I afford a GS3? Well, it's only 20 euros plus Condor 3. Maybe it's only 15 euros even, and Condor 3. By the way, let's show you how to join us. We had a few questions yesterday. Hey, how can I join? That's amazing, and so on. So we have a website, virtualgliding.fai.org. And in the comments now, you can see, you can click on the link and it will show you how to join us and what you need to do it. So why join us? You connect with a passionate community of virtual gliding enthusiasts from around the world. You learn how to fly from the comfort of your home. You participate in exciting online competitions and events just like this one. If you're flying in real life, you're improving your gliding skills and knowledge offline. So in minutes of time, usually, you experience the freedom of the flight in a safe and accessible environment. You can try out very risky things and nothing will happen to you when you fly virtual. That's a good thing as well. Explore the world, fly over stunning virtual landscape. And you will see, we'll talk about it later, but we'll announce it at race 5 or 6 where we're going to race, but we're going to have a new landscape coming up, really nice landscape from a country that does not fly gliders. It's going to be very interesting. And then you have on this link how to get started. So you buy the software Condor 3, then the hardware. We tell you what to buy. Then you join the community on Discord. So we have a Discord channel where you can ask questions. We have a lot of auto stuff available there. Then you start participating to the events online. There are a lot of events. Those are official FAI. So FAI is the World Air Sports Federation. Those are official FAI events, but there are a lot of events organized by the community to try online racing, basically. So you do that first, and when you are comfortable, you come to do the official races. Otherwise, as Benedict explained at the beginning of our live streaming, if you come without any experience, you often end up having mid-air collisions and so on. So it's not funny for the others. So try to learn first before joining for the official events, and then you have some frequently asked questions on this page and so on. So that's how you can join us, and there are a lot of stuff around and on the Discord to discover more about this thing without buying it first, just to see how it works, and then you can just buy Condor and join us. Let me show you that again. How to buy Condor. Another link for you. And in how to buy Condor, you can see as well a few examples, learn how to fly and understand the sky. A few step-by-step guide in this. Anyway, let's get back to the race now. The pilots are racing between turn point 2 and turn point 3. So we're in Austria, just in between of this lake, so 20 kilometers away, approximately from turn point 3. And we have Yuki Kazama still leading the race with Sierra 19 behind. Richard Foley Fox Uniform 2. Hotel Golf 1, David Redman. And behind, we have Santiago Lopez and Uniform Tango. 8 Fox Echo, Dafir Araki. We did not see him during the race in Condor yet. We missed Dafir, but he's there as well, the Moroccan pilot. Oh, we're still on the 2D. And the 3D view is back. Sean Churchill. So Sean is first now. He took advantage in a good thermal over Yuki in November Golf Sierra. Really cool. It's really nice around here. A bit crowded in Cumulus, as you can see. The ceiling is a little bit low compared to the hills and mountains. So they are kind of trapped in between them. And it's difficult to escape from the big group here. Nice view with the ribbons behind the gliders. So you can see the trajectory of the gliders, what they are doing, how they behave, they push and pull.
Here I wouldn't know what to do because you don't have any clouds anymore. I would head for the higher terrain because there's the chance higher to get something, even it's only a half meter or so. But at least you get out of that valley.
Okay.
Just to stay airborne.
Yeah, exactly. It's not easy for the pilots now. I see Oscar Niner on top of them. You can see we are entering weather zone 1. And in this weather zone, there are only a very few cumulus clouds. You can see them 1/8 and 1,400 meters of ceiling. So the ceiling is much lower than this, much lower. So they need to get down before finding a thermal. There is no thermal here in front of them. They need to get down, to get lower, to be able to find a new thermal, and to then escape from turn point 3 to turn point 4 Rivoli. So it's going to be interesting. You can see the clouds appearing here. There are a few cumulus clouds.
They are above that clouds.
Yeah.
You see that the cloud base is way more low than in the mountains.
Yeah, I agree. It's difficult for them. I think you don't really know at which speed you need to fly. Because they were used to fly quite fast previously at like 180, 200, 240 kph in transition, and now they don't want to fly at 140 kilometers per hour to escape quickly from this zone. They are still flying at 180 kilometers per hour, even more for some pilots at 200 kilometers per hour. And but there is almost nothing in front of them, and they will need to escape from this hole after turning the turn point 3. And this weather zone is quite big, honestly. So it's a long glide, and they really need to find something good after the glide, but the weather is weak and the ceiling is low. So they need to try to reach the the mountains again, but the wind is blowing from the south. So it just cannot go straight to the mountains. They need to find something to pass above, on top of the mountains, to go in the good side of the valley, where you have the wind blowing and some nice thermals, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and the JS3 wants to fly fast with such a wing loading. So when you fly slow, your glide ratio isn't that good. It just wants to push forward.
Yeah. You can see them avoiding the clouds, the cumulus clouds that are much lower than them. And they are close to the turn point 3 now. Davis Chapin's in a good position. I agree with Mark, saying that Davis is in a good day today. Always close to the top pilots, slightly behind, slightly higher. He's a real expert in data. Davis has created a very good website. We're going to try to use it next week. We're going to show you a Condor Map website. And I like what he's doing. All the data around gliding is very important. Will the winner of this be an FAI world champion? Yes, you are an FAI world virtual Sailplane Grand Prix world champion. Indeed. We've had 2 already. So we are approaching turn point 3, Pyramid Kogel, very close to Klagenfurt. Klagenfurt is on the left of the screen, exactly, with a nice lake here. And Sean Churchill from the UK is in first position to turn point 3. Now, congratulations, well done, Sean. And they need to fly to turn point 4, Rivoli, the reporting point of this race. Yuki Kazama second. So they have 97 kilometers to go to the finish line. Richard Frolley from Australia is third, reaching the turn point 3 near Klagenfurt. We have Charlie November, Norbert Kiss, and we will see his point of view is inside from the cockpit view in a few seconds from Norbert. I see Jeroen Jenen still there, Jan Staff, Maciej, Arne Martin Guttler, Witold Rozak, Davis Chapins, Arthur Duke, Kuba, Nico Bianchi. He was third yesterday, Nico Bianchi, as he is in 14th position so far. Arthur Duke is flying straight to the mountains. That's what they are all trying to do. Let's see if they can achieve to cross them easily or not, or if they will be below the ridges. Is it better to just fly straight to the turn point under blue sky like now, or is it better to follow some ground contours like forest edges? It really depends as well on the class and the type of glider that you have. In club class, you need to do a lot of detours. So you follow the ground contours like the forest, because your glide ratio is not really good. But with heavy wing-loaded machines like the GS3, right now you can fly straight without losing that much, I would say. But it's still good if you can make good transitions and get a proper, be in the best air mass, not in too much sink. So it's always important, but it's less important in those gliders, I would say. Benedict, what do you think? Can they make it above those mountains?
I guess at the left there are the mountains a bit lower, and I would try to get on the other side at the lower mountains, because you are also in the lee side of the mountain, and the sink rate is more intense.
I agree, and you know they are flying only 170 kilometers per hour now. Maybe it would have been better to slow down earlier and to accelerate or have more margin here. the first ones, we're going to see very quickly what's going to happen. Like, are the first one going to make it easily and then get a good climb straight away and fly away from the crowd? Or are they going to be stuck much lower? Are they going to encounter much more downdraft, so much more sink before being able to go on the other side? Is going to be very interesting. I've seen two comments: better slow down a bit and fly straight. From OK, I pretty much agree. So I would like to see what's gonna happen now. If it's better to be slightly behind and higher, or to push. And Marco Book said about Davis that he was flying indeed in real life. He's flying still in real life. He's got an SW27B, so that's basically an SG29 15 meter. And for those who only know the SG29, and Ryan Wood is the hang glider pilot, and he flies a Libel too. So two glider pilots from North America indeed. And we have Doug. I didn't see Doug today. Delta 12, yeah, only 19 pilots on the left. I don't know if he's flying offline or not, if he had a problem or not. Let's see what will happen. Slays. Oscar 9 for champion. Can the pilots hear the commentary? Some of them can hear it if they have a tablet next to them, but not everyone wants to do that. It can reduce your concentration. Can we have a look quickly at the replay from Norbert Kiss? Can we do that, please? When he reached the turn point, thank you very much. Let's go and let's have a look at the turn point 3 from the inside with Norbert Kiss. He was the fourth one to cross it, followed by a lot of pilots. A lot of pilots were just behind him. So we'll see when he turns to the right what he sees behind, because he's using a VR headset, I think, Norbert. We have Richard Frawley in front of him. Awesome. Nice. Nice turn point with Norbert Kiss. And you can see them flying straight on the track and then turning left later on as well, because they're like, oh, we're not going to make it. We need to pass under this small gap here. Thank you, Jean-David. Let's get back to the race, because I think that's the moment where they are going to pass, indeed, those clouds. So it's quite tight for some pilots. So you can see for Arne Martin Göttler, it was very tight. He had to pull up before finding before being on the good side of the ridge. Nico Bianchi is behind, no problem to pass. Not easy. Oh, and we have, let's have a look at Fox Uniform 2 and Yuki Kazama and GS. November Golf Sierra, please, because they took another option. And it's difficult for Yuki, and yes, he's stuck. So he needs to find a lift here. And Charlie November Norbert Kiss is there as well. So if they find something, you see they are not on the good side of the mountain here. So they need to find something very close to this area. In this area, really, where they are now, there is probably a thermal right here, and they need to get it, to find it. Otherwise, they are going to be stuck here. So they really need to have something here. It seems very difficult when you look at the variometer. It seems very difficult. They went straight ahead. They are like, you need to take some big risk sometime to win a GP race, and that's a risk that they have taken. And the variometer is not great here. Yuki Kazama is too low. He's too low. Yeah, that ridge cross was tight. I wouldn't dare in real life. Indeed, well, they had quite a lot of energy. Dafir from Morocco is offloading some water.
For better climb rates, I would also do that.
Yeah, because it's a key part of the race now. If they lose 20 minutes now, the race is done. I mean, they're not going to make it in the top 10 probably. So it's going
No
to
points.
be. And you see, Ukyo, yeah, he cannot make it across as well. It's difficult for Uniform Tango. Charlie November, he's been able to get the thermal. He's been able to manage it. Well done. Well done, Norbert. Very well done. You can see the track going to the finish here. That's why they went here. They tried to take the fastest route. And for Norbert, it's going to be a very good one. And he can leave because he's high enough. And he will be able, just like Sean Churchill is doing, to go straight ahead. He will be able to do that. But for Yuki Kazama, it's going to be very tight to go on the other side. It's going to be very tight. Yeah. He's not on the good side. And he's flying too slow. So, it's going to be very difficult for him. Let's see if he can make it. It's gonna be it might be a crash.
I don't think so.
I think he will not make it. We can change view. I think let's stay here. Let's stay here to see, but not that bad. Not that bad, honestly. Well done. Yeah.
Well done.
He was lucky because if he had -3, -4 meters per second, he wouldn't have make it. He was flying too slow and so on. So he's quite lucky, honestly. Sierra 19 is here. And for Charlie November and Fox Uniform 2, it's really good. They're in a very good position. So we have two different pack. The ones who went in a straight route, Sierra 19, Hamburg of Sierra, that we've just seen with Norm Merkis and Richard Froley. They managed it quite well. They are quite high in the end. And the other group that went straight as fast as possible towards the mountain, to cross the mountain. And that's what I would have done probably as well. To then try to get a good thermal. I see Witold Rozak, Whiskey Romeo Whiskey stopping. Janusz Staff is climbing as well, but some others, Jeroen Jennen and Rywood, didn't find anything. So they did not stop. Witold Rozak, 1,835 meters. And Mike Alpha and Jeroen Jennen, 1,400, 1,500 meters. So they are quite low in this area. So we can have a look at what they are doing. Santiago Lopez is slightly behind, but he will try to catch them up. Uniform Tango, it's the same for him. Dafir Araki is trying to climb. He's at only 1,100 meters, Dafir, from Morocco. So it's not always easy, as we said, in the GP racing. And Witold. So he climbed a little bit, and now he continues to fly. And Sean Churchill has really well escaped the crowd here. Norbert Kiss is the same, but for Sean is quite high. That's good. Witold Rozak flying well, climbing well. Yeah, that's now they are kind of, you see, they are all in the same area, but they are flying on their own now. They are not flying as a group. Everyone is trying to take and to find a good thermal because they know that it's going to be important. Now everyone has to find a good thermal, and it's going to lead you fast to the finish line. So you need to find it. Then you have those mountains, and once you make it to the mountains and you are high enough to follow the ridges, then it's going to be straight to Rivoli and to Italy. Yeah, okay, that was pure luck for NGS. I do agree. On Condor 2, we did this kind of crossing of it, but on Condor 3, there are turbulences over the trees that will crash you if you get too slow. And indeed, with Benedict, we thought that he wouldn't make it, and he was very, very lucky. Honestly, pure luck. Indeed, pure luck. He shouldn't have made it. Usually, it doesn't work. So he was quite lucky that the downdraft and the sink was not that peak just behind the ridge.
In real life, that would be pure suicide.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. In real life, you wouldn't do it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yes, ridge top is lava. It's almost recurred in Condor 3 and like Condor 1 and Condor 2. Yeah, you need to be at the top. Really, in Condor 3, when you get very good thermals, you need to be at the top because all the warm air is rising quickly to the clouds and to the top of the ridges. So you're kind of falling behind and stuck if you're flying too low in this area. Here, it's very difficult. Where they are, to be honest, it's very difficult. The lift might be good for the ridge, but it might be difficult to find a good thermal to then climb, and they might be stuck at some point in this valley, honestly. So looking forward to see if they manage to climb around here. Can we have a look at Charlie November and Mike Alpha afterwards? Thank you. So 2,200 meters almost for Norbert Kiss here, with Sean Churchill joining him. They climb very well. Almost 2,400 meters. Sean is going to be in a very good position for the day. Let's see if they manage to do that. That's awesome. Awesome flying from them. Arne Martin, 1,700 meters. That's not too bad, but you see, really struggling at slow speed, 110 kilometers per hour, and so it's not easy. It's not easy. What would you do, Benedict? What was the best option?
I would have taken the exact same route and tried to catch a thermal at the ridge.
Yeah, same route as Arne Martin here?
Yeah.
Okay. But and take a thermals earlier like Vitold, or just go on those ridges and try to find something on those ridges?
I know this area quite well because of Condor, and I know that at the end of this valley, you can cross a small pass and get farther. So you don't need to be high. So I wouldn't have thermaled at the beginning of this valley.
Okay. Interesting. We have Maciej Cieslak in Victor Lima Zulu in his GS3 flying there. Arne Martin is behind. And yeah, it's not a great reach, but at least they can continue racing. And hopefully they can get a strong thermal at some point. Frank Schwetzweger is much higher with Fritold Rozak here, 2,200 meters. And they are going to cross towards the ridge. And it's going to be much better for them. The higher you are in Condor, the better it is, especially for the ridges. So that's quite nice. Can we have a look at Sean Churchill and Sierra November, please? They're probably around here. Oh, that's a good one. Where are the others, actually? Can we see where they are? Are they on the left or on the right? Arne Martin and I don't know. It's not the same path. Yeah, they are on the left. So they have taken a route that is very different. Like, it's much more straightforward for Sean Churchill and for Norbert Kiss. It's very straightforward now to go to the finish line. But they have very nice cumulus clouds with Ryan Wood, Arne Martin, Guttler, and so on. Nice cumulus clouds indeed, where you can continue with that ridge, as you said, Benedict. Jeroen Jennen has stopped. I've seen Jeroen Jennen stopping in a thermal before reaching the ridges, and he's quite behind. 15th place, 126 kilometers per hour. So the leader might not get any points today. He might not get points. It will depend on whether Mike Alpha and those guys in front of us are stuck or not on those ridges, because I see Mike Alpha is trying to climb here. They made U-turns. Oh, they are really stuck around here. Really stuck for now. Even Maciej does not continue. Ryan Wood does continue. They are really stuck. It's not easy at all for them. Yeah, Maciej does not continue, and they are really sinking. They are in dirty air. It's not good. It's not good at all. Not good at all. So yeah, indeed, Jeroen was right to stop, I guess. Vittel Rosa, Nico Bianchi right there. Nico Bianchi managed to get back in the race, very close to Vittel Rosa. They were neck to neck yesterday during the arrival. Arthur Zouk as well is right here. Frank Schwetzfeger as well. And let's get back to Sierra 19, to the leaders with Norbert Kiss. And maybe we can get an inside view from Norbert at some point when we are flying next to a ridge to see what it's like to be flying next to a ridge in Condor. When they will reach this one, we will follow them in 3D and then see the cockpit view from Norbert. Do you have questions, everyone? Thank you. So that's the inside view from Norbert Kiss. You can see Sean Churchill in front of him, 700 meters ahead of him. His hand on the trim. As he's approaching, flying at 200 kilometers per hour. And turning right slowly, very smooth on his commands. Very smooth flying from Norbert. And keeping the speed, not pulling yet. And he will slow down quickly, as you can see. Using his flaps, look at the flaps lever on the left. And you can see the anemometer. He's slowing down. One meter per second. Flaps 4, so that's the first flap before the thermals in the GS. And zooming a bit his view. And Sean Churchill is in a very good position. Perfect altitude for the ridge and so on. Really well placed. And you can see at the end of this ridge some nice cumulus clouds. So maybe he will stop and climb, or the ridges will be good and it will continue. It's going to be interesting to follow with Sean.
Yeah, Sean is a very good pilot. I also at the qualifiers flew at the same tower with him, and me and my friends asked us, how did he get those thermals? That there aren't any. We flew exactly the same, also not exactly, but nearly exactly the same road, and no chance. I think I were at place 29, and he was the first place, and this is insane.
Yeah, exactly. Some of them are really, really good. They have good technique and they can find really nice thermals. They know really well Condor, and that's always very impressive to follow. And we can see now as well Nico Bianchi jumping on the other valley to join Charlie November on Sierra 19. Jan Staff is right there as well, so it's quite good. Arthur Zouk is lower but still there, and Witold Rozak. So we have a good top 5, top 6 here, even top 7. That's the first group. Yeah, Mark, I agree with you. It's brutal. Even the best in the world are getting stuck. So Arne Martin is quite stuck. 14th place for Arne Martin. Jeroen Jeden, 16th place. But Jeroen will be able probably to stay on top and to get over some of them, most of them, I would say, but not over the top 7 so far. The top 7 is flying towards the finish line. 217 kilometers to do today, and they've flown 170 kilometers already. Let's have a look at the 2D view. Thank you. You can see the leg from the lake near Klagenfurt to Rivoli, where we are going now in Italy. So they are still in Slovenia, but they will soon have to cross a path to go from Slovenia to Italy, and it will be very fast. When they cross this path, it will be very, very fast to go towards the finish line. It's not easy to decide. They might make a mistake, like everything, like the race might be decided based on whether you are passing at the correct pass or not, or if you take the wrong pass. So it will be very interesting to follow from here. Charlie 19 turning right to Lamont Canin, Cianin, right here. You miss 200 meters at a critical spot and you get stuck. Exactly. 4D chess. Exactly, Oski. I really agree with you. Flying very fast. Norbert, 255 kilometers per hour. I think he's seen that other pilots were at the back following him. So it's not easy. You get under very intense pressure now when you are leading or among the leader and you see people behind you trying to catch you up. Frank Schwetzweger flying fast, 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 just on top of those ridges. Arthur Duke is lower, Vitold Rosak lower, Nico Bianchi lower, so he's in a very good position, Frank, today.
And
Nico
now they should get also in the glide ratio of the reporting point, so that doesn't have to get so much more height just to get over the mountains between them and the last turn point.
Exactly, Benedict. I think we just need to be able, well, they need to be able to pass above this mountain pass, and then it's quite okay. I think they don't need any more altitude, but they just need to pass over those pass. There is a small airfield right here that you can see with the landing strip next to the city here in the valley. That's a good hot landing spot for the pilots.
And here starting is it's really difficult because you don't get really good out of the valley because there are so much mountains around it. So the wind has to be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to approach now the mountain pass for Sean Churchill and for Norbert Kies. Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see the turn point far away. Yeah, the top three is doing an impressive race today. Sean has been able to get high enough. They took a huge risk. Remember 25 minutes ago when they were just behind, north of Les Bled, just behind the ridge. If they didn't find anything, they would be stuck. We said they would be stuck and the game is over. I think it was the case for Yuki, who is falling behind, and for Uniform Tango, they tried, but they didn't find something good. They were too low, but Norbert and Sean, they managed to get a good climb, and now they are leading the race, but it was a huge risk to take to be able to do that. And yeah, Frank is going to fly. He's flying below. He's passing at a lower altitude, and we can clearly see the ridges there and the mountain pass afterwards. Do the pilots use air-to-air communication? They can. There is a radio now in Condor, so they can talk to each other via the radio, and we have the Discord channel as well that they can use for air-to-air communication. Good question. You know, the race is great when top 10 changed 4 times already. Exactly. That's the good thing with gliding. You know, we are trying to sell the sport. We'll really try to sell it in the upcoming month, like really intensively with a good strategy to try to sell it. And compared to other sports like Formula One or sailing or whatever, what is really impressive in gliding is that even if you're leading, you're not assured to win at the end of the day. There are so many changes in the top 10 during the flight that everything can happen, really. It's absolutely mental. This sport is crazy. when you have a look at F1 and what happened in F1 when they race 70 laps and it's always the same people leading, and then you see this, it's crazy. Like the ranking always changes in gliding, always changes. Might be the same people who wins at the end of the day, but the ranking has changed 10 times indeed before. So this is very impressive. Sean Churchill, 200 kilometers per hour, flying quite fast. He knows he's only 25 kilometers away from a day win. He scored, I think, a few points yesterday, 2 or 3 points. Let me have a look very quickly with you. And I'm going to prepare myself to score the pilots. Nice inside view, the point of view from Norbert Kiss from Hungary. Flying very close to the ridges. Awesome. And flying fast. You can see 200 kilometers per hour. He knows he has enough altitude. So he just wants to be able to pass the mountain pass, and that's it. And now we're going to see if they cross or not. I think Sean is going to cross to the left to go under that ridge that goes to the reporting point. Very impressive. Yeah, Sean Churchill was 8th yesterday, so 2 points. Sean yesterday. So that's good. What do you think is going to happen now, Benedict?
I think that Sierra 19 will make it the first place. But at the places 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, that can change everything. I think the top 3 is really fixed now.
Okay.
But the other places in the top 10, they are changing.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be tight between Frank and Vitold, and then we will see between Nico Bianchi and Jan Staff and Arthur Zuk, who is going to be between the 5th and 7th place. What's going to happen? That's a nice view. You see Sean Churchill here in front of him. Oscar 9. We have Masiech. Frank Schwetzfeger, 230 kilometers per hour. So he took another option. Frank is going to go straight ahead. And Vitol Rozak is taking another direction, going towards Norbert Kiss and Sean Churchill. So big option, Vitold. He will want to take the 3rd place because tonight Vitold might be the leader if he's 3rd or 4th, depending on what happens to Joron Jeden behind. Or that might be a key point for tonight's race. Really a key point. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Charlie 19, approaching the reporting point of Rivoli, north of Rivoli, 7 kilometers away from the airfield and from the finish line. He will fly at the VNE at full speed. I don't know how, but Oscar Nelson made it number 3. Let's see what happens. And Charlie number is behind. Sean Churchill from the UK is the first one at the reporting point with the finish line in front of him. It's going to be an easy glide, obviously, at full speed. Norbert Kist is behind, pushing very fast as well. Look at the speed, almost 300 kilometers per hour. And he knows he cannot go too fast. Dirk Staff the brother of Yannis, I guess. Commenting and following us. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's go, Nico Bianchi from Le Pulg. Frank Schwetzfeger, you see that? So flying slightly slower. It's going to be very tight between Oscar Niner and Witold Rozak. Very tight. It was maybe the fastest Woust to go straight like this. Let's see. So Oscar 9, he scored 4 points yesterday, Frank. And we have a winner for today's race. Impressive flying from Sean Churchill from the United Kingdom in the GS3. Congratulations, Sean. Winner of race 2. Well done. Well done, Sean Churchill. With a wing display. And Norbert Kiss from Hungary is following closely behind, just a few seconds behind Norbert Kiss. And we will see the cockpit view later on from Norbert. We're going to follow the arrivals. Norbert second today. He was 10th yesterday, scoring 8 points. Sean Churchill, race winner, scoring 10 points. So getting 12 points in total, Sean. Frank Schwetzfeger going to be on third position. So Frank will get 7 points today, pending any penalties, obviously. So 11 points in total for Frank Schwetzfeger. So we have the leader, Sean Churchill, with 12 points. Sorry, leader, 12 points, Sean Churchill on the overall table for now. Well done, Frank. Very good flying today. The top 3, the British, Hungarian, and German.
I like that.
Well done, Frank. Well done. It was difficult to pass those mountains. Nico Bianchi. Well done, Nico. Nico, he was third yesterday, so he's going to score 6 points today. On fourth place. So 13 points. 13 points in total for Nico Bianchi, the new leader of the Sailplane Grand Prix. Witold Rozak on fifth place. So he's going to get 5 points. So 5 points is 13 points in total as well. So that's going to be, both of them are going to be leader so far of the world final. Arthur Duke in Alpha 33 is scoring his 3 points in 6th place with 4 points. Oh, and we have Janusz Staff as well, but they are flying quite fast. Let's see from above. From above. Who is going to make it? Okay, and laterally now to see the altitude, the difference of altitude in between them. A close up. Well done, and Janusz Staff. Well done, Janusz. In 6th position, Janusz. November, and Arthur Duke 7. And Janusz didn't score points yesterday. Arthur Duke either. So 3 points. We have David Redman, the man from Australia. 8th place for David Redman, scoring 2 points. So that's 3 points in total for David. A usual race winner as well, David Redman. Very, very good pilot. A very good pilot, very well appreciated in community. Well done, David. Do we have some news? Who is behind? Who is behind? Who can make it on 9th place? 9th position. What's the 2D view like? Yes, we have Kuba. It's gonna be tight between Kuba and Jeroen Jennen. They didn't take the same route, so we're gonna have a close finish between Jeroen and Kuba. And there is only 1 point left. Yes, they have a minimum finish altitude of 30 meters above ground level, so that's absolutely nothing today. It's roughly 200 meters above the ground, 198, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 100 feet AGL. GG, well done. Congratulations, Yannis. Yeah, and Jeroen is higher. Jeroen is higher. But they are already, the two of them, at the maximum speed at VNE. It's going to be difficult to pass in front of Kuba now, because Kuba is flying fast. Let's see who is going to finish first. Obviously, Jeroen is much higher, but they fly together at a very high speed. Who's going to make it 9th place and 10th? Great race, well done, everyone. Woohoo, Sean. You have some fans, obviously, Sean. Well done to you. Well moderated. Average speed 152 kilometers per hour again today. Very fast. Honestly, very fast, guys.
I didn't expect it that the average speed will be that fast.
Yeah, it's because of the final glide as well. Like with short races, short task of 220 kilometers or so, they get a huge final glide and they improve drastically their average. They were mostly.
Sierra 19 had 154. 145 exactly. Yeah. 145 kph average at the reporting point. So he improved 7 kph on the final glide.
And Jeroen Jennen, the winner from yesterday, is going to finish on the 9th place today, getting the last and final points. So it's gonna have 11 points in total, Jeroen, and it's gonna be dropped to the 4th place overall. Well done, Jeroen. You managed it. It was not easy today. And 10th place is for Arthur. No, it's for Kuba in Kilo Juliet. Well done, guys. Let's see who is behind. Yuki Kazama is coming in. It's been difficult for Arne Martin Guttler and for Davis Chapins behind. They are all together afterwards. 125 kilometers average. So Yuki is very close to a finish. Can we have a look at Arne Martin and Davis Chapins, please? That's where they are now. Okay, and Davis should be slightly behind and below. Okay, but they are high enough to finish. Let's have a look behind. Let's have a look at everyone at the back of the field. Ukyo is going to make it as well. We have Ryan Wood here. It's not easy for Ryan. He's low, but he will make it. I think he will be able to escape. Santiago Lopez is quite low as well. That's going to be very tight for those pilots. They need to escape, exactly like Santiago is doing, I think. It's a detour, but it's needed. And Victor Limazulu, thank you. Maciej Sielsak. So he's just reaching the big ridges here, where we saw Sean and Scheinhauer flying much faster. And he's going to be able to follow those ridges step by step to reach the finish line. Congrats, Yannis and Oscar Niner. And we are back with Yuki Kazama. on the final glide is going to be 11th, Yuki. Well done. Impressive flying from him. Honestly, he was leading for quite a while, and he just made a mistake. He was not able to climb high enough when we reached back the valley of Les Bled, Benedict.
Yeah.
And JS 11th place. Yeah, so we have, we talk about it later, but we have two new leaders, Vitor Rozak and Nico Bianchi, with 13 points. So it's going to be interesting to see the overall results tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting. The only one that is missing points is Arne Martin Guttler, so he will have a lot of pressure on his shoulder tomorrow to get some points, to get 10 points. Otherwise, the others will get too much points and it will be difficult to catch up by the end of the championship. Yuki Kazama. Well done, Yuki, from Japan, flying very early in the morning. It's like 6 in the morning now in Tokyo. Well done. Good flying, very good flying. We can see Mike Alpha and Davis Chapins. Davis is flying fast now. Uniform Tango, 128 kilometers per hour. It's going to be interesting to follow Santiago Lopez as well. He was quite low, and to follow Ryan Wood later on. Well done. Looking forward for tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to our channels: Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us to relieve the action and to stay tuned with our next races and the next events. The reigning world champion is offloading already some water. He knows that he will not get any points today again. It's not easy. Obviously, you always want to get the points to win. And he got stuck. He got stuck between turn point 3 and turn point 4. He got stuck in those high mountains. He was too low on the ridges. He could not get a good thermal. And he's coming back home safely, but with 0 points today, unfortunately. Davis Chapin's flying a standard arrival, a fast arrival. Santiago Lopez is joining the reporting point with Ukyo in uniform Tango. Ukyo is just above. Exactly. Thank you, Jean-David. Santiago Lopez, Arne Martin Guttler reaching the finish line. Let me have a look at tomorrow's race to give you a little bit of a head up of what's going to happen tomorrow and what we can expect. Tomorrow is going to be super nice. You will see. Davis Chapins, well done. Davis, Ukyo, Tsutsumi from Japan is coming in front of Santiago Lopez, and then we have Ryan Wood. Is it going to be enough for Santiago Lopez or not? Can we have a look at Santiago? Yeah, average the speed is good enough. He will have enough energy to reach the finish line. Well done, Uniform Tango. Well done, Santiago Lopez. Awesome. Well done, Santiago. Good flying. Ryan Wood. High enough, fast enough. Approaching the reporting point, 7 kilometers north of Rivoli. Right now. Well done. Well done, Ryan. And do we have anyone behind Ryan? Yes, of course, we have Masiec. And I think Dafir was either disconnected or at some or outlanded in the valley. And we don't have any news about Doug in Kilo 12. I didn't see him today. So we'll see if he couldn't make it or if he had a technical issue or if he flew the race offline. Ryan Wood, 240 kph. It's very good. And after Ryan, we will then close the stream, and Masiec will continue to race towards the finish line. It's close enough now. Yeah, and tomorrow we will race in Austria, the full flight in Austria. It will be super nice. Honestly, the start is really nice at a very famous place. We'll fly in high mountains tomorrow, but honestly, it's well aligned with the track, so it's going to be fast. And I won't talk about the thermals or the weather for tomorrow, but honestly, the task is super nice around Austria, and a nice arrival at a great airfield as well. Very fun airfield for the pilots. So be there tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be race 3, the last race of this first weekend of the finals, and then we'll have to meet again in 2 weeks. Oh, Ryan, I love to see it. The loop, the Ryan loop. You're too low, Ryan. You're gonna get penalties for nothing. I think it was 198. Let me check. The director needs to check. 198 indeed. So you get penalties for nothing, but it won't affect the scoring because it's 0. Anyway, well, Benedict, thank you so much for trying out live commentaries with us tonight. It was great to have you and to have your friends with us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back with Masiec in the background. So thank you all so much for following us tonight. As I said, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channels, and we'll see you tomorrow for race 3. And then we have to wait 2 weeks for the last 3 races. So the pilots will be under intense pressure tomorrow. You need some points, especially Arne Martin. Just a recap about the ranking. So it's a race win for Sierra 19 Churchill scoring 10 points. So we get 12 points overall. Then the second place was for Norbert Kiss in Charlie number with 8 points. And the third place for Oscar Niner, 7 points. Overall ranking, we have a tie in between Viton Rozak and Nico Bianchi, both leader with 13 points. Then we have Sierra 19, Sean Churchill on third place with 12 points. And after that, we have Jeroen Jenen and Oscar Niner, both on fourth place, a tie with 11 points. That's it for today. Thank you so much for following us. And we will see you tomorrow at the same time, 19:00 UTC. Thank you very much, Benedict.
No problem.
Thank you all. Bye-bye. Good evening. Good day.
Bye-bye.